again, good morning. Donnellyn and I are very happy to be working together to help people move forward going towards convention because this convention will be our 15-year anniversary. It's going to be a very big deal. We're going to honor Vertis Norton and have some new announcements and be all together in a beautiful resort in Cancun, five-star, every room overlooking the ocean, all inclusive. It's going to be lots of fun and very, I think, life-changing. And so, Donnellyn, please, you welcome people also.
Yes, I don't see my people yet, but I'm hoping they will show up. Uh,
Janelle is here.
I'm very happy that we are doing this, and I have been
Good.
expressing that to my team and encouraging people to come on because I think this is a place, it's going to be lower key than some of the things that you have done in the way of accountability. We're not, we're not here to force anybody to do anything. We just want you to pick the number that you want to talk to, number of people you want to talk to per week and then commit to that. But what we will do is help people understand if they're having a challenge, maybe make some suggestions to help them have better success. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun and a growth process for all of us. I'm going to list, probably not for a little while because I've got to be on a Zoom all day today, but I'm going to list in WhatsApp the books that Mal Sword recommended at our event a week or so ago. I've read most of them, and you probably have too, but I'm going to read them again. I started over with The Power of One More, and I love that book. It has encouraged me this week. So I'm going to give you a list of those books, and if there are any you haven't read, do read those, but it doesn't hurt to reread them. The Power of the Subconscious Mind, I've probably read 5 times, and I love it every time I read it. So we're going to do some fun things like that, but I think the accountability, just coming together and say, yes, I made it, or no, I didn't, and talk about how it went, will be good for all of us. And I'm looking forward to what I can learn. So, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Um, so together we've put together some guidelines, which I'm going to share right now, and they're just to help you move forward. And again, as Donaldin said, this is going to just be a softer one. Um, but one of the things, that I want to do, and I know Donaldin wants to do this too, is, we want you to turn in your accountability tracking sheets each week. And you can pick however many people you'd like to talk to um, per week. But once you do that, we'd like your accountability sheets. And if you're talking to people and really not getting the signups from either a customer or an associate, we would really like to work with you to see maybe how you could do things a little differently because, usually you do sign up people if you are talking to them because most people are very interested and curious in what redox is. And once they found out how much it can help them, then they usually want to try it at least. So we want to do that with you. And um, so just in reading this, we're putting together a 90-day focus. It will kind of end at convention, and hopefully it will help you become whatever your solid business is right now. If you're a director of 300, 700, bronze, whatever it is, and or maybe gain a rank. Um, we'd also like to add that we know it's summer and vacation time, so no pressure to join us, but if you want to move forward, this is a great time, and this is your support group. It's more fun when we work together. We will hold yourself accountable, and you will hold yourself accountable, and we will hold you accountable. We will use the lead from the front weekly tracker, which I will show you in just a second, to keep track of our results, and we'll have a once a week Zoom to report results, share wins, and do some training. Um, If you're reaching out to people and doing one-on-ones and are still not signing up, people will personally coach you to find out where the issues are. That will help improve your skills and your closure rate. You will learn from both Donnellyn and Debbie and other guests we will have on the call. So we will be inviting some other diamonds to talk, and I'm hoping Terry Latham might be on at one point, and maybe David Silverman, and or some other people that we work with. Denny Robinson, a lot of different people can be on this call to help us. Should you decide to join us, I'm going to mute some people here. If you're not muted, please mute just so we can record this. Um, We'd like you to decide how many new people you'd like to contact each week. And it could be 5, 10, 15, 20 or more, but that's a big commitment. So watch out for anything above 15. That will depend on your situation. You'll be held responsible for that many each week for 90 days. You'll be on a weekly Zoom with us to report and hear training, get questions answered, and stuff like that. If this group gets too large, we won't necessarily report all of our accountability, but we do want you to turn it in, and you can either um, text it to us, which might be good. Just don't put it in the accountability group. We don't want a million hits on that group. But send it to Donnellyn or myself, whoever is your upline. And the call will always be at 8 o'clock Mountain time on the 301 100 1000 number, and I will get the right link the next time out. And the password is life. You'll just be focusing on Asea more during this time. So if you'd like to minimize other distractions and talk to your family about your commitment, because they can be part of it, and you could promise to help them. If they help you achieve your goals, you might treat them to whatever you have in mind. But once you get, especially kids, if you've got children, they like to see you be successful because you've promised them, I don't know, a banana split or whatever, or a trip together with the family or whatever you'd like to do. But anyway, they get really excited by that. Um, You'll probably promise to go to more networking groups, gatherings, any place there are people in order to meet new people. And if you want to use social media, of course, you can do that also. We might even have some trainings on that if you would like that. If you haven't visited your why in a while, and probably you haven't, um, and if you haven't, it's probably changed or evolved. Please revisit it and then write your why. And we would love to have some of those shared if you would want to do that. Sit back and dream a while, as Mal Sword always says, he dreams every day. And so he keeps his excitement and his vision up in front of him always. And it just keeps him motivated and moving forward. And he set some very big whys. He's built houses in Africa. He's got huge whys, and he's got a beautiful place in France that he's redoing right now and stuff like that. Yours might not be that big yet, but it can get to be that big if you continue to work and move forward. So sit back and dream and then rewrite your why. Um, and it can be anything, what type of house, if you'd like to build houses in Africa or someplace else, whatever it is. And we're going to have you watch The Importance of Dreaming with Mal Sword, and I put the Vimeo link in there. It's a 40-minute, but it's a beautiful way to start thinking about this and getting your why down. And we'd like you to confirm that you have rewritten your why with us, because we're going to keep track of all this. Um, I'm going to put the video of the mindset training Malsoor did at the Texas event. Hopefully it will go there. It's not too large. I'll see if I can't do that somehow. Anyway, he did a wonderful, and he mentions all the books that Donnellyn was talking about. So she'll put the list in, and you can hear Malsoor talk about that. And then you can watch how 90 Days Can Change Your Life with Eric Worre. Again, I've put the link in there. That's 27 minutes. It, Malsoor did a training on that also, just about how these 90 days could change your life. He's done it several times and built his team, and it has changed his life. He's gone from being beyond bankrupt to now where he is. Um, and Donnellyn's business really took off after she started her workshops. Donnellyn, why don't you to explain this so it's not just my voice?
I thought I had muted myself. I didn't. I'm sorry.
No, it's all
Um,
right.
Uh, yeah, Terry Latham taught a breakout session on push play in 2019. And up to that point, I was brand new. I just got well the beginning of 18. I was running my birth center again with my health back. So I was very busy trying to catch up and do my job. And then my husband had a challenge, serious health challenge in October of 18. So that whole year was kind of a blur, but I was talking to everybody. And the team was actually growing, but not because I was doing anything right. So in 2019, I really wanted to do presentations. Debbie does great presentations, PowerPoint, so does Sherry Marshall, so does Maureen Hayes, so does Terry Latham, so does Alan. And I just was not skilled enough to put all that together with the computer. So, so I was really kind of desperate and sad. And when I went to that breakout session, he said, all you have to do is push play, tell your story, push play, play a video that the company does. They're short, they're concise, um, they're compliant, they're everything we need for them to be. And then you don't get lost in the woods trying to, or I guess in the weeds, trying to explain redox signaling molecules and all the ramifications. So I came out of there very excited and went, I can do this. And that's what we always want people to say, I can do that. So that was how I came out of convention in 2019, and I committed to do 4 workshops a week because I thought I can do one at my birth center and then I can have 3 of my team members who would also really like to grow and don't know how do one at their house. So we set those up. I would tell my story when it was mine. I'd tell my story, push play, do a demo with the gel and the drink, explain a little bit about the other products, and then have Terry zoom in to close my meeting. And that took 5 minutes. So the whole thing was about 1 hour. And I was really strict. I started on time and I ended on time because I wanted people to want to come back. So we started doing that and things began to happen. COVID shut us down in about February of 2020, but between July or August, maybe September, from convention and that February date gave us a good amount of time to get a solid team built and teach people how to push play. So you don't have to do it in person. We switched to Zoom, but it's more fun in person. So that's all we did for workshops, and we're still doing it.
Absolutely. So, we would love for you to start having some workshops if you live in an area where people can get to you and stuff like that, or help your team members do workshops. We can also do Zoom workshops if needed. I have people in Maryland, and I'm happy to do um, Zooms with them. I have people in Kentucky. I would be happy to do Zooms with them, Florida, anywhere. So we can always do a Zoom one. We would just have to have you be somewhere so that you can get the gel on people and give them a drink and stuff like that. So we can work with you wherever you are. Um, but the workshops in person are really the most powerful. So if you can do those, please do that. Yes, Donald.
Debbie, I apologize. The attorney's office is calling me saying, we're on, where are you? So
Go
I've got
ahead.
to hop on that Zoom. I'll listen to the recording and I will be available if anyone needs to talk to me. And I will definitely be here with bells on next week. So thank you all for joining us, and I'll see you soon.
All right. And good luck with that.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. All right. So if you can do workshops, please consider doing those. Make at least one affirmation, and it should be in the present tense. For instance, one of my best friends and a C associate, Joyce, says, I have more money than I can possibly ever spend. And because of that, she does have more money than she could possibly ever spend. So, it could be associated with Asea, but it should be with your business, basically. For instance, I could say, I am a solid ambassador diamond, paid that way every week. And I am helping many, many thousands of people in all different countries. Whatever it is, it should be I am. So please make an affirmation that puts it into your mind, your conscious mind, and your subconscious. It becomes the universal way to attract the people that you need into your business. So please at least do one affirmation. Trisha's said hers over and over. I am a powerful, whatever, successful leader that people want to follow. It can be anything like that. But make sure it's business related so that you are starting to move forward and getting that way. And so that's a commitment we want you to make. And it could be a couple or, but whatever. And your mind will start believing that and things will start happening. So we're very excited to work with you. I'm excited that, my people get to hear Donna Lynn. She's fantastic. She was Business Builder of the Year. She's a triple diamond, and she's on the medical board also of ASEA. So that's who, if you're talking to some of your people and maybe want them to join, that's who that is. And I'm Debbie. If Donnellyn peoples don't know me, I'm an ambassador diamond. I'm part of the Millionaire Club. So anyway, Donnellyn and I look forward to working with you. And let me just bring up very quickly the tracker that we'll be using. Thought it was up there. Anyway, it's lead from the front tracker, and it's just very simple and easy to make. It's got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday on it. It's got new contacts, and you just would mark, how many you've made per day. And it doesn't have to be per day, but that keeps track of it for the week. Um, Invite and share a tool. Um, did you give them a sample of the Renew Gold or did you put the gold on them? You don't always have to give a sample away. They are expensive. So that's not something that we want people to do necessarily, but you could always have your tube with you and put it on somebody and then maybe they'd want to order a tube. How many follow-ups did you do? Did you hold a meeting? Did you hold a workshop? And that's a one-on-one meeting with somebody. If you did you get in front of somebody either in person or on Zoom, either one? Did you hold a workshop? And again, in person or a Zoom one? Did you complete a connect call? Did you get a new customer or associate? And then did you listen to the morning call? I have a morning call every morning. Anyone's welcome to get on it. Terry Latham has a morning call every morning. People do report their wins, and then he does like about 5 minutes of training at the end. I sometimes do training and sometimes just answer questions that people have. So you can get on a morning call. Um, and, of course, we'd love you to be on it every day, but if you can't, that's fine. And Tuesday mornings, of course, are the mentoring calls. And they always have some good topics that they discuss, and it's always a good way to learn. And that's from all the like Denny's diamonds, basically. So it's got a lot of it usually has a lot of diamonds on talking about a specific topic. So I'm going to stop the share um, and see if there are any questions. And I will leave the recording on through the questions. Why time are these meetings? Oh, Terry Latham's meetings are 7:30 in the morning Central, and my meetings are 8:30 in the morning Mountain. And if you want to get on mine, let me put it in the chat. I use my daughter's Zoom for that one because David and I share a Zoom. So it's 303 200 2000, and the password is just the number one.
And that's Tuesday through Friday, Debbie. Make sure they know that.
Oh yeah, that's Tuesday
Because
through
Monday's a
Friday.
different Zoom
Sorry.
number.
Monday, I usually have it on this number, the 301 100 1000. That's when I do trainings if I'm going to do them or, show them what's on a diamond call or, whatever, stuff like that. So anyway, um,
But just to clarify, Debbie, you've got
yes,
us on a different link this morning. You've got us on a
I
different
know.
number this morning. So the
Yeah.
ongoing will be on your
Real
100, 1000.
100 1000.
Okay.
And I will create a link to get us into that if people need links. I'm just used to sending the number out. Any other questions about anything? And hopefully this appeals to everyone. Again, it's just to help you kind of get focused and learn from some different people.
Debbie, will all this information be in the WhatsApp group? Like the numbers for the
Yes.
Zoom, the different, okay, thanks.
Um, and the WhatsApp group is Freedom Focus, and that's because it is around the 4th of July. We fought for freedom in the United States, and when I was in the Texas event, so many said if I had anything tattooed on my body, it would be the word freedom. Everybody wants freedom. They want freedom to move about. They want freedom to have enough money to be able to do that. So that's what this business can afford us. So I just thought that was a good word to use. And so it's called Freedom Focus. And you can dream about the freedom at the end of the focus once your pay has gone up and once you are able to get to the level maybe or closer to the level that you'd like to be. And it doesn't mean everybody wants to be a diamond. I understand that. People sometimes just want to pay for their product, but whatever it is, we're here to help and help you move forward and stay a little bit more focused on ASEA for the next 90 days while summer is here because it's usually a time when people don't always think of business, but we want you to have a super summer.
And I love the fact that it's called a focus instead of a push. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't like being pushed. I like being challenged to focus. So thank you for using that word.
Yes, but for you, Pearl, I'm going to push you.
That's all
Anyway,
right.
I'm kidding. Anyway, any other questions or comments? Then I'll stop the recording. Okay. Why don't I see?
Thank you for your leadership.
Absolutely.
Okay, I have a question.
Hmm.
I was late, so I didn't get to see all that printed that you had.
Okay.
And where will that be? Or where could I find like